Keith, my guy.
Yep.
Should we start to burn, bro?
Mm-hmm.
We're burning.
I think we're
We're
burning.
burning.
I
It's
don't.
time. All right. If we're ready for this, I actually think this is going to be a little interesting because I don't necessarily have any hot takes, more just hot observations that I think you guys will be interested in, at least in terms of maybe starting some discussions and being able to get us talking. Like, I'm about to say a sentence that will sound wrong at first until I start reading off some stats that support it. What if I told you the Cleveland Browns have a top defense in the league?
I believe it. Any defense that has Miles Garrett on it automatically gets like top 10 in my head. You put him on any defense, and they're already up there.
But the whole defense
Yeah,
between
it is
rush. Yeah, when you think about the Cleveland Browns, especially with how bad that organization is usually run, just to think about them having a top defense is always crazy. They're third in total yards allowed. Third? That's crazy.
They still find ways to lose games.
So that's the thing. I believe they're third in rushing yards allowed, and fifth in passing yards allowed. That's crazy. They've been unbelievable this season so far, which again, I think is crazy to think about when you think about the Cleveland Browns. I don't think necessarily anything good, but they've been able to step up defensively. I mean, Myles Garrett's obviously going to be a big part of that, but I still think it's interesting to think about.
It's a shame. It's a shame that Dylan Gabriel has to lead the Warriors into battle.
It'd be nice if they had a guy like Joe Flacco or something. Like somebody with like some tenure who could potentially
just turn to Shedeur Sanders.
I dead ass thought you were gonna say Shedeur Sanders. I was gonna make fun of you.
No, I'm gonna make fun of the guy that they had and got rid of.
Yeah, they traded to a divisional rival.
Yeah, I thought that was tough. That was a tough look. Could you imagine being Flacco going from that great defense to that shit defense?
Oh my god!
Quite literally, like a first to worst situation for him.
Yeah, but Flacco now has T. Higgins and Jamar Chase to throw to.
I don't know if it was the totals, but I saw at one point someone posted a screenshot of the targets on Sunday, and it was like Jamar Chase had 19, and then the next closest was 4. It's like he just loves feeding the guy.
I mean, I would too if that was my guy over there. Mm-hmm. Shit. So, actually, I am going to give a little shout out to the Texans because the Texans were actually pretty high as far as the rush defense and the passing yards defense. The Texans have got I'm pretty sure they're top 5 in both. They have got a phenomenal defense this year.
Least amount of points allowed, too.
To go along with that offense, I mean, CJ Stroud looks like he's starting to pop it around a little bit. I think when you combine that defense with that offense, how far do you think they can go, Parker?
I mean, we saw it Stroud's rookie year. I mean, we made it pretty deep. We didn't have Danielle Hunter that year, which definitely helps on the defensive line for sure. He's a dog. Him and Will Anderson coming at you, pause. Would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
As a quarterback. We should be better. And we've been plagued with injuries. No, I mean, we still won this week, but we didn't have Nico Collins this week. Joe Mixon is out for probably the rest of the year. I haven't heard lickety nothing about him.
Yep.
Nothing. And then Tank Dell is probably never going to touch a football again.
Agreed.
So it sucks in certain senses injury-wise, but the defense is super good. And the offense is, like you were saying, is definitely started to come alive. And I think we're on the right track right now.
I mean, Stroud's matured a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got that as leadership there. This is all, I guess, to say, like, is there any chance that is that a Super Bowl contender? No. You don't think so?
I'm sorry.
back.
There's too many injuries.
I think the Chiefs would wipe the floor with them right now. I think the Chiefs would wipe the floor with a lot of.
The Chiefs are currently wiping the floor of the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, well, that's a low bar, I guess.
Marcus Mariota.
Barely counts.
Barely.
Yeah, I can't help but think that. I mean, it's definitely denial. I just don't want to keep thinking that Patrick Mahomes is going to continue this streak, man. I really don't.
It'll be another decade, I'm sure. I'm ready for it. I'm prepared for it.
So, one thing to because I'm insufferable with certain things that I talk about and certain people that I back, so I will be bringing this up. Anybody want to take a guess who is 5th in rushing yards right now in the NFL?
That's not Doyle, is it?
5th in rushing yards.
Is it Doyle?
It's Doyle.
Shout out Doyle.
5th in rushing yards. That's crazy.
Halfway through the year, that's amazing.
My guy, like Panthers, use him more. I don't get Hubbard is back, but hang on. I got to bring this up, Keith. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
It was something that was driving me nuts because I had a bet on Rico Dowdle anytime touchdown. And Hubbard got the touchdown that I needed Rico to get.
It's very clear who's the more dominant back. It's very clear.
So Chuba Hubbard, 12 carries, 34 yards, and a touchdown.
Yep.
His rushing yard average was 2.8. Rico was 8 carries for 54 yards, 6.8.
What are we doing, guys?
My guy had back-to-back over 200 plus scrimmage yards.
It is not hard to figure out.
And then they're like, you know what? Hit the road, dude.
Chuba's back, so unfortunately we'll take those 2.2 yards. Thank you.
It drives me nuts. I like him a lot. They should use him more.
Absolutely. I mean, he's proven he can be a lead back. I mean,
for sure.
He probably won't be there next year, and so we'll see where things go. I feel like this one's a little bit more obvious, but it is definitely something that is worth looking at because, I mean, I think there's a chance he's going to be in the MVP race if he continues what he's doing, but Drake May being 4th in passing yards, he's a dog, man. I mean, he is a massive reason that, like, he's an MVP candidate because not only
passing yards, and he's also like probably the most efficient quarterback.
75%
completion percentage.
Yeah, 75%.
That's insane.
That's wild.
That's insane.
So when you put in and like when you look at, what'd you say?
I said, how many touchdowns does he have? Over 35 or 40 yards also.
I don't have the touchdown numbers there, but what I do have for you is the fact that if you look at the top 4 guys, he actually has the least amount of passing attempts of the top 4 guys. Actually, if you just look at the top 5 being Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, Daniel Jones, Drake May, and Baker Mayfield in that order for passing yards to this point, Drake May has kind of shockingly the least. So Drake May has 226 passing attempts. Whereas whereas the next closest guy there is Daniel Jones with 243.
Even that's low.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So with all those, so when he's throwing the ball, he's obviously getting pretty good yardage out of it. He's actually got the highest yards per attempt at 9. So he's not making mistakes. He is not overthrowing guys, underthrowing guys. When he is hitting guys, he's hitting the guy who's going to give them the best chance to get yardage. Everything he's doing is MVP caliber. And on a team that had, I wouldn't say the best expectations going into it, I think he's blowing all of it out of the water.
You got a guy coming off of ACL surgery.
Who's their number 1 receiver. And I mean, he's making He's making Stephon Diggs get back into the offense effortlessly, which is awesome. And he's legitimately making Kayshon Boutte look like a quality number 2 receiver, which
I would even say Kayshon Boutte seems like the number 1.
I would argue that as well.
I think it depends on the day. I think he
That is
spreads
true.
the love so much that I don't think he has a number 1 over there. I think he really does. I think that he has some of the best fundamentals that I've seen from a guy coming out of college probably in a long time, because you get these guys who get picked in the first round and they've got the talent, but I think they let their talent take them. Whereas with Drake May, it looks like he's just so pure with his reads. He's so pure with his footwork, getting around the pocket, moving in and out, up and down. He does a phenomenal job, and I think it's going to
Pocket
carry him.
awareness. His pocket awareness is elite.
It's elite. Everything about him is pretty much elite.
And when he throws the ball, I feel like it's only going 10 yards, but then I'll be like, holy shit, that's like a 50-yard bomb.
It's just he flicks his wrist and it's
here.
gone.
It's like perfect.
Yeah, I mean, he's
God
been
damn it,
unbelievable.
this sucks.
I love Drake May.
Patriots have this guy already.
Me and the rest of Giants Twitter were begging the Giants to trade up for him on draft
Should have
day.
done
We
it.
tried, to our credit. To Joe's credit, he tried.
True.
It sucks because he sound like any video I see of him, he sounds and talks like Eli Manning, and it breaks my heart.
Yeah, I mean, they did try, but I think the Patriots knew exactly what they wanted and what they needed, and they were correct, unfortunately, for the rest of the league. Unfortunately for you, podcast listener, considering I'm assuming you are a Patriots fan, and if you're not, screw them. So my last thing to bring up to you guys, and my last stat to make you guys aware of, because, again, I just think this stuff is interesting. So if you look at the top 20 guys in receiving yards, there are, let's take a look at this, 2 tight ends, 17 wide receivers, and 1 running back. And that 1 running back is eighth in receiving yards over Cortland Sutton and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm sure you guys can take a guess. Who do you think that that running back is?
Christian McCaffrey.
I was gonna say the boy.
That's crazy. 559 receiving yards.
He has that many
Who else was
receiving
Mac
yards
throwing
already.
to?
Well, that's the thing. They're not throwing to anybody. It's crazy, which is even more disappointing that he couldn't get me 150 all-purpose yards. But like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I
Shout
bet
out
on my
to
boy, and it did not work. Did not work. But yeah, no, he's been absolutely unbelievable. One of the other things to note of that I think is so crazy about what the Lions do, you've got Amon-Ra St. Brown with 7 touchdowns already. And let me take a look at Jahmyr Gibbs here because I just had those stats up. Jahmyr Gibbs has 6. They are able to get everybody a little bit of love.
They're still fun.
Montgomery has 4. That
Yeah.
team just spreads the love so well.
They're still fun. I'm glad they're still fun after Ben Johnson left. Like I feel like maybe too much stock was put on him leaving. Then Detroit was going to suck. I'll admit, like I was one of those people that was like, oh well, they lost the best offensive and defensive coordinators this offseason. Obviously, they'll have a blip, which I guess they did in the beginning of the year. But I feel like they're back into their groove.
They'll be fine.
As long as they have Dan Campbell, I feel like the team is going to thrive.
So,
He's my favorite coach in the league, man. I think that there's you gotta love the fact that it doesn't seem like he puts a lot into stats. He just goes with whatever his heart says, and there's something so refreshing about that in an era where everything is so stats driven, high percentage. It doesn't matter if it's a high percentage play. 4th and 10, my boys got it.
The wind feels right today. 4th and 10, we go for it.
Bang. and it works more than it doesn't.
It is wild.
He's
Shout
gone
out to
nuts.
stats, numbers and math, because the Jets, speaking of coordinators that left the Lions, the Jets were down by 14, scored a touchdown, and they did the smart thing and went for 2, because the odds of making a 2 is more than 50%. So the math tells you when you're down 14 and score a touchdown, go for 2. If you get it and score another touchdown like the Jets did, you kick a PAT and win. But if you didn't the first time, your odds are more than 50%. So you try it again to tie it if you missed the first time. I just love that little ripple that's kind of becoming a trend in the NFL recently.
I agree.
Math.
Big math guy over here.
Anyone else in honors math?
No.
I was a big honors math guy.
I can do tips off the top of my head. That's about it.
That's probably a more important real world scenario for math.
I can do multiplication pretty okay in my head. That's about it.
I can do 2 + 2.
Oh, whoa.
-1, that's free quick maths.
No.
2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3. Quick math.
Everyday
So much
man's on the
easier
floor.
subject.
Smoke tree.
Bang.
Is that all you got for the burn pile?
Yeah, honestly, right now I feel like any hot takes are a little bit. I'm gonna have some stuff going for next week that are gonna be going for like mid-season stuff, like too
Mhm.
early to tell, that type of stuff going on. But right
Oh,
now
that's
it's
great.
just some observations as far as some stats that I feel like might go underlooked.
Oh,
I like that a lot.